Welcome to the Russell Report. I hope you're ready for some laughs. On today's broadcast, we have several interesting topics planned for you. We will go over upcoming events, the art of the meme, student staff spotlight, movie mentions, and music. Now on to Jordan with upcoming events.
Thank you, Hella, and welcome to some upcoming Russell events. We've got some big events coming up in the coming days for Russell leading up to Christmas time. Christmas break is right around the corner, flowing with holiday cheer, and will be from December 23rd to January 6th. Involving our sports, our boys basketball team will face off in future games against Paintsville, Elliott County, and Fairland, while our girls basketball team will be facing off in future games against Holy Cross, Montgomery County, and Wayne. That is your upcoming events, everyone. Now here's Jack with the art of the meme.
Hello and welcome to Art of the Meme, where basically we give analysis and context of memes of old and new. This episode is going to be on Yankee with No Brim, which was a meme that blew up in 2020, which was a couple years ago. It is described as a fresh shot meme in 2020, like I said, of an exquisite hat from the 19th century that was worn by famous figures like General Lee and Abraham Lincoln. Well, according to Urban Dictionary anyway, I guess. Although the video is unknown, the original video anyway, the clip blew up briefly, and it was posted by a user known as 3104_Mike. Great username. On Twitter, they got almost about 3,000 views, almost 4,000 retweets, and about almost 10,000 likes within 2 months, which is pretty good. And thanks to iFunny and TikTok, the influence of Yankee No Brim went further up and basically came big. So yeah, Yankee with No Brim, I remember this one very distinctly. The thing about memes is that you can, you'll hear it at first and not think it was interesting at first, and then you keep hearing it over and over and over again. And then your mind tricks yourself into thinking holy crap, that's really funny. You know what I mean? So just like every meme nowadays, Yankee with No Brim came from a weird, obscure clip, and now basically it was a widespread thing for a few months or even just a month. And now it's a dead meme that almost nobody talks about, which is kind of the meme cycle, if you'd say. And so yeah, on with the interview with Jordan.
Thank you, Jack, and welcome everyone to the Student Staff Spotlight of the Russell Report, where we like to highlight a student or staff member that is prominent within Russell's campus. To start out, we'd like to highlight Mrs. Brown for the Student Staff Spotlight. So, Mrs. Brown, how do you feel after being nominated to be put in the spotlight?
I was extremely surprised because I'm I don't know why I would be in the spotlight. That's just surprised. Super surprised.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to any of the students watching our podcast?
I love you bunches. And that's study hard for your exams.
All right, wise words from Mrs. Brown. Thank you for tuning in to the Student Staff Spotlight. Now, on to Hella with movie mentions.
Everyone likes cars and everyone likes movies. So for today's movie mention, we'll talk about the 2001 movie, The Fast and the Furious. And just to clarify, I don't mean Fast and Furious, which are actually at two completely different points in the film series. We follow our main character, an undercover officer for the LAPD, named Brian O'Connor, his undercover name being Brian Spielner. He blends into the world of street racing, a little too well if I might add, to discover who is behind a group of unknown truck hijackers. Their prime suspects for the leader being Dominic Toretto or his rival Johnny Tran. Brian also gets caught up in a bit of romance with Dominic's sister, Mia. Will he let that sway him from his goal of finding out who the truck hijackers are? Or will he stay steadfast on his mission? You'll have to watch the film to find out. Once you watch the first movie, you'll want to watch the entire film series, so the correct order to watch them in may be confusing, but I have the order on how to view them properly. Over here. This film is packed with drag racing, twists, and high stakes. It's available to view on Netflix, Apple TV, Fandango at Home, and more. So take some time to sit back on the couch with a bucket of popcorn and enjoy the film. I hope you've enjoyed our movie mention of the week. And just like Dominic says, always live your life a quarter mile at a time.
Hello, I am Jack Russell. Welcome to the music review part of the Russell Report. And today, starting off, we're going to do the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's the Beatles. Are you crazy? Like, it's probably one of the most revolutionary albums out there. All the tracks are great, and all of them can have their own discussion on their own, from live elements to Without You, When I'm 64, Love You Rita. Again, all the tracks are great and everything. Sorry, just John, Paul, Ringo, and George's writing are great, obviously, on the music, and everything. The layers are great. Experimentation, lovely. Always love experimenting. And yeah, it's super creative. And again, how the Beatles were able to do this within a few years within the 60s is frankly crazy. How they can put out all that stuff within that amount of time, and even later on with their solo work. So yeah, I think I have nothing else to say, and back to you, Hella.
Wow, what a fun lineup of topics. I hope you've enjoyed our broadcast for the week. Thank you for tuning in to the Russell Report. I'm Hella. Always remember to share the laugh, have a mishap, and yap.